Powered by Virginia Radio. Podcast of the year, boy, yeah. She in the building.
Hey, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. Hello, how are you? Happy Wednesday to you guys. I hope this week has met you well. I hope this month has met you well. We're starting a little bit late, but we're starting nonetheless. You know, it was raining and people cannot drive in the rain. So, welcome, good evening to another episode of T Spills. Tonight's episode is going to be an open discussion. I want you guys to call me. I want you guys to go ahead and say your comments in the comment bars. And just interact with me this evening, okay? Embracing the newness of this evening. You know, I'm always powered by Virginia. That's who powers me. I'm sponsored by Envy Cuts. Go ahead and hit them up there in Churchland. Go ahead and hit them up for your loctician and barber needs. You know, they got the flyest, dopest stylist behind the scenes, Miss Alika. So that's why I sponsoring my friend. Ooh, got me a little off balance. Yeah, got you too. Yeah. But I'm not gonna be up here too long because it is storming and lightning. But I do have to share with you guys what has been on me to share. So let me get my notebook. So, okay, thank you. So we're starting the new, right? The reason why I have this award right here, right? Because the newness that it has done for me, what it has given me, what it has made me realize about me. Um, I gotta take me serious because whether I'm taking me serious or not, somebody's taking me serious. So I have to, why not take myself serious? So I'm dropping that on you guys. Take yourself serious, man. And when I say that, I mean embrace all of who you are for real, for real. Like all that greatness that you got, all that potential that you got. Stop saying I'm not gonna do it because everybody else doing it. Stop saying I'm not gonna go out into that venture because of whatever reason. Like really embrace now what in the world? Really embrace everything and all the things that are coming your way and that you are, you know, wanting to do. Um well I guess is meant to be. Freestyle it is, baby. I had a whole bunch of great notes and stuff for you guys, but you know, God has a way of leading things, and I allow Him to do so. That is what led me to my newness. So, as I embrace in my newness and share that with you guys, I will share the the whole part of the journey, just the transition. It's something to not know. Like I stepped into this thing not knowing, not understanding, not really appreciating who I was, not really understanding my worth and or value, just understanding that I love people and I had a heart for people and I love to love. So it was just like, okay, I build with people anyway, so let's just build with people on a different level, on a deeper level. I should be able to do this, but going against the grain, because even though I like to talk a lot, I don't really like the light and I don't really like to be up in the front. I would do the best greatness in the back. I always try to do my serving in the backgrounds. What you need me to do in the backgrounds, like that's what I like to do. This was something different for me. Putting yourself out there, being transparent, sharing your journey, sharing your scars, excuse me, sharing your bruises, sharing even your victories or your plans. Like I'm a very private person. Not talk about some things, but I'm a private person. So it's different. So the newness, right? It has me doing the differences a lot. And I know for you guys it has been too. It's a lot of differences. It's a lot of um new territory, new spaces, new people, and you try to like find the gist of that and move through and function and adjust. And it's really an adjusting period, and it's going to be for a while. But just understand it is well in the adjustment period. The adjustment period is the time to get your feet wet. It's the time to test out the plans and the strategies and to learn lessons. And learn your lessons. And write them down and make them plain so that you will have them on the tablets of your heart. You'll have them in your mind. You'll have them where you can see them, and you'll be able to move forward. Keep a real good connection with God, man. I'm telling you, because it's things that are going on that are outside of us, and when the repercussions come, you're gonna have to be well and okay somewhere. You're gonna have to be okay somewhere. So as I sit here this evening and I wear my crown as I talk to you, I only wear it to symbolize the newness. Step into your regal position. Step into your leadership position. Step into your power. Step into your purpose. Use all that pain and trauma and turmoil and experience and joy and love and life, because let's understand we can also teach people out of our joy and out of our happiness as well, because some people are not afforded those things. So you being able to shine that into their life is a learning experience as well. So it doesn't always have to come from pain to learn. However, it comes nonetheless. So I get it. But I just wanted to drop that also. Um, it's been a lot of things going on. It's been a lot of things that have been happening in different genres of life. I'm just going to hit on a couple of them. They got this thing called the Cinderella Effect, right? And I'm bringing this up because I know it's a lot of single parents out here. And with that last incident of what happened to the young baby in Newport News, um, I felt it was a need to tell this story so maybe people could understand really what is going on and taking place. So it was this case of the young lady. I want to say her name was, last name was Moss. Um, and the young lady was a daughter of a father, and the father ended up getting married and having two other children by a woman, right, which became his wife. And the end result is that the woman had been abusing the child, the stepdaughter, and the stepdaughter had been living like a Cinderella. That's why it's called the Cinderella Effect, like Cinderella. Like her stepsisters, they were all looking nice, dressed up, they could go places. She was stuck in the house. The same kind of difference. Hence the name. Um, so this went on, and this young lady ended up dying because of this, getting murdered because of this. And the man was so caught up by this woman, right, that he went along with against his better judgment because he wanted to call the police. He wanted to get help. He wanted to call the ambulance, but she convinced him not to, right? Which I don't really understand that at all. But I'm going to utilize this situation and scenario for us to have an understanding on a few things, right? Um, okay, so women. Okay, hold on, let me finish telling the story. Okay. So when he goes against his better judgment, listen to what she said, so they go ahead and let the girl die, because first she was seizure when he came home, but he let the girl die. Then after they died, he want to call the police, but they don't, so they try to burn the girl. So he buys all the stuff and they try to burn the girl. So he couldn't do it no more. He broke down and he called the police. He ended up calling the police and he turned himself in. Well, the lady ran with her kid, with their kids, and she ran. She ended up turning herself in eventually a little while later. So they go on trial. She represents herself. That's kind of how she pleads insanity, because she's not really defending herself. So now she gets out on 5 years probation, right? He gets was going to get the death penalty, but he doesn't get the death penalty because he gets the life sentence for telling on her, right? So now she appeals it because now she's going to say she's insane, and it shows that because she defended herself and didn't defend herself, right? So I feel like I'm saying all of this for multiple reasons. Be very mindful and careful of who you are leaving your children around. Because everybody that said that they're cool or come with a title of something that should show loyalty and respect and honor and responsibility over something that pertains something to you, especially your child, you have to be mindful. Because it's sad to say, but envy, jealousy, and just plain hate can come out and come from all different kind of connections and unities and unions that you may have. So be very mindful with that. That's one reason why I want to talk about that topic. And this is for men and women alike. And then for women first, we have to understand our power. Because did you hear what I said? That this man knew against his better judgment what to do, but the lady convinced him. Let's go back to biblical times, right? Eve convinced Adam. Now, I'm not trying to throw no shade, y'all, because I'm a woman. And I'm a woman first before I'm anything else. However, the truth is the truth. We have to understand our power. We can't rectify what has already been done. We can't go back and change Eve. However, when we understand the power that we have to learn how to change ourselves and understand how powerful that our words and our suggestions and our cut downs and our argument, like anything, whether it's positive or negative, we got to be very careful what we feed in our men. Because that could be the difference between him making a right decision or a wrong decision, a righteous decision or a not so righteous decision. You get what I'm saying? We have a lot more influence than what we believe. And that's real talk. Look at how men have treated us over the centuries and decades of time. They treated us different ways based on what the standard of the woman at the time. We have a lot of power and influence. We have to understand that and embrace that. And fellas, let's understand your weakness is a woman. You know what I'm saying? So you have to make sure that you're picking the right women so that you can be weak and vulnerable too. So that you're able to not put yourself in a position of lack or failure because you picked the wrong or you're connected to the wrong person. You see what I'm saying? Like, and understanding how powerful it is to lead. Because that's what a man does. Because if he had a led because he was the man, like, yeah, I hear you, but I am the man. See, we got to understand, people been teaching us a lot of things incorrectly. What it is no, and I'm not on the back in the old school whatever per se, but I think certain principles still should apply, right? So the principle of, if you want me to be submissive or even to be committed to you for a long term, you have to be a leader. You have to be able to lead. Because if I can already lead myself, right, I need to know that if something happens and I'm submitting my leadership to you, because that's pretty much what it is. It's not. It's a difference in that. It's like a balance, like a give and take. If it's used properly, right? It's a give and take. So the give and take of that, and then the woman's give or take, understanding how she has to balance that man out. Like, but then they both understanding their role and what they give each other. Like, it's a give and take again. So you may need more emotional connection. I may need more physical. I may need more mental. You may need more spiritual. You get what I'm saying? We all have our strengths and our weaknesses within any kind of relationship, even if it's outside of a partner relationship, even if it's a friendship. We all got our things that we bring to the table or whatever. And when I said all that to say, man, you have to step up in your leadership, and women, we have to raise our standard and what we're willing to do and not do, deal with and not deal with. And it may be a kind of lonely road for a moment, or a kind of it feels like, dang, there's nobody out there, but it is. It is. Even when it comes to a job, it's that job for you, or maybe it's time for you to go ahead and get off of your dreams and go out there and make them into reality. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you can't find rest or peace with something, it's because it's not for you. You're forcing something. Like, I was talking to this young man the other day at my other job, right? And he was talking about a situation with him and an old friend and another young lady. And he was saying like how he likes the other young lady, but because of a situation, I called it stupid loyalty. I respected it, but I used to have that same stupid loyalty. This is what I feel. Sometimes things happen in life. Like that person is gone on, married. They haven't seen each other in more than 20 years. If it's a friend or something that person had and y'all never whatever and y'all meet each other again in life and both of y'all are chilling, I don't understand if y'all both whatever y'all started out as friends and y'all both have feelings for each other. Why not go with the flow? I ain't saying proceed with caution, but why not go with the flow? I understand the respect value. I do. I understand the loyalty value. And if y'all want to say anything, call in 757-964-9367. 757-964-9367. Call in the Power by Virginia and talk to your girl T Spills. Oh, okay. On a Wednesday evening. Hello. Let's shout out the people on the line. What's up, Lau? What's up, Ma? What's up? Malika TBD. What's up, Christy? Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? Oh, I can't see it. Hello, everybody. Hello. Um, Okay, so hopping off the Cinderella effect, right? So when we understand that the dynamics are just a little bit different, hopping off of that. Now let's hop off of there and hop into this devotional right quick for today. I'm gonna share mine with you. I waited all day to read it. Okay, worth holding on to. I want to let you know that you are worth holding on to. Okay. When you find that woman who has been on most of your life's journey, on most of life's journeys with you, a sister, a mom, a best friend, hold on to her. When you find that woman who life is easy with, no judgment, shame, or fear of being yourself, hold on to her. When you find that woman you can laugh with and cry with all in the same conversation, hold on to her. Good girlfriends are wonderful to have. They get you when no one else will. They are the people you can go to for advice no matter what time it is. The Bible says that friends encourage and love each other. Those qualities are such a gift, especially when found in that friend that you can do everyday life with. It's a scripture. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. This is John 15:12-14. Okay. Do you have a friend that blesses your life frequently? Hold on to them. Are you that person for someone else? They should hold on to you. If you have a mutually beneficial friendship, hold on to it. If you don't, start being that kind of friend you need and see what happens. I just wanted to share that devotional. It is a little God time for women. It's a women's one, so just sharing it. Um, Being worth it, understanding your worth, and again, that what it kind of ties in to the reason why I wanted to first showcase my water brand. Super excited, and I've never been able to bring it in. Always forgot. Um, and the crown is just to say that you're worth it. Like without all these things, to understand that I'm worth it. Like that is the beautifulest part. Hey, how you doing? Understanding that you're worth it, right? So worth it. Worth the time, worth the money to invest in yourself, worth the effort, worth pouring into, worth encouraging, worth listening to, worth being around, worth sacrificing something for, um excuse me, worth a listening ear or a helping hand, worth whatever you have achieved, worth wherever you are, worth forgiveness, worth to self forgiveness, worth self love. You are worth love. You are worth all of these things because you are worthy. Just wanted to share that with you guys. Um, you are worthy. Remember that for real, for real, for real. You are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy. And sometimes you got to tell yourself these things daily, those daily affirmations that keep you grounded, that keep you steadfast, that keep you strong when you're crumbling really on the inside. When the outside looks so beautiful and so pretty and so well put together. You understand? When you go out here, you're being so nice to other people and you're pouring into them and you're smiling and you're encouraging them and you're helping people, but your world is crushed. Yes, I am great that you have humbleness and meekness and you're able to endure, but give yourself that time and that acknowledgement of understanding that you're worthy of the same things and allow these things, because sometimes when we are used to being givers and doers, we do not allow, and we're not easy to love, and we're not easy to help, and we're not easy to talk to. So we have to learn how to be those things that we are to other people, because we are worth it. You are worth it. So I did really want to touch on being worth it, because all of you are worth it. Like, I really want you guys to know that. Um, on a lighter note, no, staying on the same note, police departments everywhere, you must do better. Ambulance officials, EVMS, what is the other, what's the other one? Paramedics, firefighters, whoever is the first responders or the people, the coroners, whoever are responsible for covering up bodies and scenes, you must do better. Like, really. This is very inhumane, the things that y'all have been doing, the way that y'all have been leaving these bodies on the ground for people to just see. Like, that's very disrespectful, especially if you're getting out there. You can't tell me about forensics, because if you were trying to preserve the forensics, you actually would probably want to cover up the body so that it won't blow any particles off. So let's come up with something better than that for an excuse not to cover up bodies. Y'all have surgical sheets. Use them. It's very disrespectful and it's very inhumane. Like, you must do better. Your whole oath is to protect and serve. And to those who are protecting and service to their fullest capabilities with their best heart forwards, with the heart of people in mind, we salute you, we thank you, and everything. But for those who are acting in a manner that is ill to your oath, that is ill to human regard, that is ill to just, I just don't understand. Like, sometimes I think we should look at certain things like, if it was us, how would you want somebody to treat your loved one? How would you want somebody to treat you? Would you want to come up on a scene like that? Like, maybe if we thought about other people, because I understand y'all come from different dynamics sometimes, some people in different professions, and I get that, right? But then it's like, some things are just human nature things. They're not about a certain type of way of living or moray or culture, diversity. It's just a one level playing field for a human standard. Like, we got to do better. It's already a time of trauma and tragedy. Why add more triggers? Why ruffle the feathers that are already on fire? Like, why don't we take a more proactive approach? Like, things gotta do better. Like, you can't change the situation. It's already a bad situation, but why heating it up or heightening it up with the bullshit? Come on now, we must do better. We must do better. It is unacceptable. It's very unacceptable. And I'm going to keep continuing to speak on it. If I keep continuing to see it, it's so sad. Like, we have to do better. We just must. But going on to the stars, guys. Have y'all been looking up in the sky? It's been a lot going on solarly. And a lot of things going on in the sky. We've been having a lot of portals opening up. They're really doing a lot of things. I don't know. Let's talk about, look, y'all. Let's talk about these. Okay, so that correlates with this time. So in Ethiopia, it's 2014. So I know everybody been talking about that. But that just really didn't sit well with me, so I had to do some further research. So they are on a Julian calendar, and we are on Gregorian calendar or whatever, which is made by if I believe I'm saying his name right, Pope George the Eighth or something like that. And the Julian one is made by Caesar, Julius Caesar. So They both created their own. So of course, he created his from his interaction with Jesus, or when Jesus died, and Gregorian, he did his based on I think Greek mythology, if I'm not mistaken. So they are the different versions. But I just think that's very ironic that the country is same. I mean, not country. The same world, Earth can be in different years. That just is amazing. And then it makes you wonder, because okay, now talking about that, they're about to take away daylight saving time or whatever. Like, I think next year is gonna come into effect or whatever. We're not gonna do it. I think we're gonna do it one more time. So I don't know how they're gonna fix that up, right? But we're not supposed to be doing it again. You see the altering of time. Now let's take it back to the Bible and it say you shall not know the time nor the hour. We definitely won't. We don't even know. Like, that's why you cannot get consumed with time, right? Because it's man-made. That's why I've been telling y'all, like, certain things I really didn't even understand why I was saying them, but I was saying them. But it has even deeper knowledge to it. Don't get confined by man's time. If you are guaranteed or privy, I'm gonna say privy, not guaranteed, but privy to 100 years on life, possibly. If you do some things right and it's your time and you got some whatever, I guess, right? You should get 100 years. So if you should get 100 years, certain things we worry about with time really shouldn't matter. Now, no, don't take time for granted. Don't waste time. However, like, don't get so depressed and so uneasy and feel so overwhelmed and like a failure because you haven't hit a mark. Because, oh, I'm 25 and I'm still not married. Oh, I'm 35 and I'm still not married. Or, oh, I'm 38 and I don't have a career. Or I'm 25 and I haven't finished college. Or I'm 50 and I haven't finished college. Or I'm 60 and I don't have a husband, or whatever the case may be. Like, whatever your timing is your timing. Certain things are not for everybody, but you have your just. Sometimes we have to again do some self-evaluation to make sure we're in a proper alignment and positioning and posture to receive the very things that we're wanting and looking for, or whatever. So I just want to drop that on you guys. I think that's very ironic though that Ethiopia is in a 2014 and we're in 2022. I think that is something that need to be investigated. I don't know why people not really talking about it really, or trying to figure it out, or maybe they are. I just thought that was real interesting. I'm gonna do some more investigating. I had a lot of stuff written down, but again, it goes how it's supposed to go. Again, you guys can call me at 757-964-9367, 757-964-9367. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I love y'all so much. Um, Going on to because I'm gonna wrap it up in a little bit, y'all. But going on to um how things are just like out of place and out of whack, right? But if you really are in alignment and you really are applying your lessons that you have learned, right? It's a lot still ahead of you, and it's a lot still for you. This is not the end. We not near the end. This is really the beginning. I'm 37. I still got a lot to live. You know, it's not the end. I still have endless possibilities. You gotta embrace them. I love you, Ma. You gotta embrace them. You gotta hold on to them. Don't ever give up on you. Don't ever give up on. Don't ever give up on you. You hear me? Don't ever give up on you. No matter what it is, no matter how many setbacks, no matter how many extra jobs you got to take that ain't the job that you're wanting to do, no matter how many other things you got to put yourself into. But I'm going to tell you this, though. Let's do some financial literacy, guys. So, look up more things you can do with your EIN numbers, guys. Your EIN numbers can bring you guys a lot of put you in a better position to shop. It can put you in a better position to do a lot of things. So just do some research on what your EIN can afford you. So that's attached to your LLC, your EIN number. Do some more research on how you can get plugged in with that, because you can get cars, and make sure you know how to do your tax write-offs and all that good stuff. Um, for real, I understand how to use your whole life insurance. Like, for real, if if I win some money, y'all, I'm telling you, I'm going to get me some life insurance policies. I ain't understand it at first, but I get it now, y'all. I did kind of understand it because I had some, but I didn't understand how to manipulate it. I'm learning from these rich people, man. Listen, it's some things I don't want to learn, but it's some things I want to learn. Some things I want to learn. Apply them different, you know. You can learn the plan and have a different application, but some of the stuff got to be done because it is what it is. Why not be my own bank, and I can bank to others, because I am my own bank, because I got my own money making my own interest for me. Why not? That's generational wealth. I may not ever have a whole bunch at one time, but I always am gonna have some money. I knock some out. That's dope. I'm with that. With all that. I'm with all that. Thank you so much. What's up, Zoe? Like, financial literacy, y'all. Let's really dig into that. I'm gonna have some special guests coming up before this year is up to do some financial literacy, because like Malira said, big shout out to Malira Green, yay. Like she said, ending the fourth quarter strong. And when she planted that seed on me, it's like, yeah, that's dope. Yeah. So I'm trying to do a lot of financial literacy, because trying to make sure I'm in preparation, because again, preparation is the key to success. So making sure that I'm in preparation for this greater. So when I get it, I know how to better manage it and govern it and be a better steward over it, so that it can continue to make me money, because I want passive income. I want some soft income. I want some residual income, you know? I ain't just talking about it. See, cause manifesting ain't always just about saying something over and over. It's about knowing, it's about thinking and putting yourself in placement for it. Not just talking about it. That ain't true manifestation. See, true manifestation when you putting yourself in a place for it. See, like when people go and they pick up everything that they got, or they take a little bit of stuff out of their house and they leave everything and they go start over, they manifested they knew, because they stepped out and they they took the steps in order to get to what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? Manifestation ain't just about talking about it, just talking good. What's up, Wes? Mr. Exclusive, good evening. Y'all make sure y'all tune into the Round Table Productions after me. But yeah, you know, manifestation is about putting that action in, putting that work in, doing the thing. You got to make sure you're doing it, you know. So, continue to put yourself and keep planning and preparing yourself for this next level, because man, it's about to be so awesome. It's about to be so awesome. It's like, it's kind of coming in, but then it's stopping. It's like trickling in, but it's stopping. But you see it. It's what you're going to do with it. It's trying to see what you're going to do with it a little bit. Can you handle it a little bit? Are you going to carry it a little bit the same way? Or are you going to do the same things? We're going to do the same things with it a little bit. You're going to do something different with it. Before I give you the whole thing. Because I got to see if you're ready. That's the whole point we're waiting on now, is to see if you're ready. It ain't because I'm holding it from you. He telling you he ain't holding it from you. You holding it from yourself. Because you won't get right. You won't understand how you talk good. But when you get it, you don't do what you say. See, that's that self-discipline we're talking about. That self-control we were talking about. Tapping back into that for real. And using it in your day-to-day life. Like really budgeting. Time management, especially all you entrepreneurs. Time management is one of your key skills. It's either going to be your swimmer or your sinker, baby. That's it. You got to have great time management, because you're your own boss. So if you don't manage your time properly, you will be overwhelmed with doing nothing at all and not really being productive. But if you manage that thing properly, you can make that thing work in a way for you that you really have limitless time, unlimited time, because you to put your stuff in order that you know you only got to give it 1 or 2 hours out of the day, and the rest of the day is yours. You know what I'm saying? Time management can help you a lot. So the time management, make sure you keep that a lot. Make sure that you get that financial literacy up to par so that you can know, like start looking up investments, start reaching out to brokers and or people who are more well educated than you, because that would be everything you may not know. So I see high counsel in matters that I'm ignorant to. And the stock and investing is kind of my ignorant ones. I know a few, but I'm not doing good with that. Cause my stuff on Cash App look a mess. So now I'm not so now I need somebody to help me. So yeah, like getting plugged in to people that can do that for you. Also getting plugged in to the connections you got. Your connections got resources. Ask the questions. Lauren said it best. If you want to know the answers, then you gotta ask the questions. Y'all gotta ask the questions. Stop being prideful, man. Pride is gonna destroy you. And it ain't nothing smart about it in that sense. If I got the tool and you need the tool, why not ask for the tool? Because I don't necessarily know you need the tool. And then you people with the tools, if you know somebody need the tool, give them the tool. Like we both on both ends, we got to do better. People got to do better at asking the questions, and people got to do better at coming up with the answers. And let's talk about solutions. All these new things and all this stuff, I'm just trying to throw out solutions for us that we can utilize and going forward. Getting into your word more. Whatever your word may be, you need to be in it more. Praying more. To whatever deity that is, you need to be praying more. I'm telling you, this spiritual warfare that y'all think that I keep talking about, it ain't by chance that all that spiritual warfare, right? What I'm talking about. And then all of a sudden, all the celestic things are happening. They coincide with each other. Come on now. Come on. They coincide with each other. Don't take my word for it. Just if it makes sense to you, it makes sense to you. They coincide with each other. So listen, there's stuff going on beyond our control, beyond our capability of comprehension, right? So we're understanding that. Why not be tapped in to all your resources? Because you're going to need them. We're going to need them. Look, y'all keep playing. What they got out now, y'all? Monkeypox. And listen, y'all, come on before I wrap up, because let's talk about this. Now, nobody has had chicken pox. I haven't even heard of these children having chicken pox in this generation. I haven't heard of one child having chicken pox, right? Not one child. But they got monkey pox, right? Now look at the mockery in that though. Monkey pox. And then who do they have as a spokesperson for it? A black man. Now, a black homosexual man. Come on now. Look at how they try to depict this. Check this out. Monkey pox. They ain't nobody as a pillar picture for chicken pox. I didn't see one picture with one person. I had chicken pox. I didn't see one picture with one person. I don't remember that ad. But monkeypox, they got a black man. Listen, y'all, you gotta stay woke. Oh yeah, come on. See, it's all coming back to me, y'all. Stay woke, man. You gotta be careful, man. They're not. It's deeper than race. It's bigger than race. It's not about race. I get it. But you got to be careful how they make a mockery of things. And then how they utilizing things. Like how they're spraying all of this. What's that stuff they be showing on the commercials at night? That spray. Yeah, it's a spray. It's like a weed killer. Dang, I just said it earlier. What is the name of that spray? What's the name of that spray? Roundup. Roundup. Now they been spraying Roundup on our vegetables, on the oats, wheats, all that stuff, y'all. Now y'all know stuff that don't have shells and things absorb that stuff much quicker because it absorbs what? Because it's supposed to absorb the moisture from the rain and stuff, right? So we gotta be mindful of what we eat, and I know everybody pushing that and everybody is doing that. But then the crazy ironic part to me was, look, now everybody's trying to eat healthy. Now Roundup is all on what? The vegetables, the fruits, the stuff that people trying to eat. You know what I'm saying? It's just they're very. We gotta be very cautious, because and this is not a scare tactic. This is just awareness, like so that we can prepare, so we can do better, and so we can be ready. Because again, preparation is the key to success, and that's on any level. Success to a war, success to the next movement, success to achieving goals in life, any success. Preparation is the key. Nobody ever just goes and plays a football game. What they do? They have a plays that they run, that they practice all week, because preparation leads to what? Success. When that girl want to do your install, she done prepped that wig, plucked it already, did whatever, because it takes preparation to success. We can take this in any direction y'all want to go in, but it all cook, because I do that. When you want to do something, you want that thing to pop and rise or down, so you gonna marinate that thing. So that takes what? Preparation for success. Again, when you write something, you don't just give people the rough draft version. You do an edited version, because again, preparation for success. So we have to learn how to do more preparation so that our success can be long lasting. We have more longevity in our successes, so they won't be so short lived, because we all get them. But let's have these more longevity in them. Talking about one more thing, and then I'm gonna get off of here. Have y'all, okay, so y'all know about the cellular devices, right? So, when they first started out, they didn't have any type of network. It just showed that they had a network or whatever with a little satellite on them when they first had cellular phones. Then it progressed. Then we went to 2G. So the reason why I'm gonna keep going. Then when we went from 2G, we went to 3G. Then we went from 3G to 4G, and now we're currently in what? 5G, right? Now let's look at dimensions. You got 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional, 5-dimensional, 6 and 7, right? Okay, but anyway. So when we look at the correlation, right? And then we look at all this stuff that's just shifting right in front of our eyes. Like before we were in the Mandela Effect. Now they got all this stuff going on where we kind of like in the Matrix. Probably already been in the Matrix, right? So they got all this stuff that they've been telling us, because I told y'all a long time ago when I first started. Fiction and fact. They take that word and nonfiction and fiction. They stress that to you so much when you're young. Fiction and nonfiction. They don't stress it to these kids because they don't really go to libraries. But when we had to go to libraries, when you were in English, you had to get 3 fictional books and 3 non-fictional books, and they checked it to make sure, because everybody be trying to get all the non-fictional books, right? So all the fictional books, because they were easier reads. But anyway, they've been telling us everything in our face. Now, granted, it probably is not happening to the exact magnitude that they're showing us, because they're not going to do that. However, it's happening and it's going, and we look at the advancements that we're making as a country. They got artificial intelligence. They have consciousness. They have artificial wombs. They can carry babies full term and have babies, so you having soulless babies. We have a lot of shit going on where everybody don't want to talk about that flocker stuff that was going on real hard for like maybe 6 months, the shortest period of any drug of that magnitude. Ain't nobody talking about that no more, because it won't never no damn flocker, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. What happened was some of them daggone zombies and or clones and or whatever the hell they were working on broke out of them laboratories, and they had to have a reason to say what was going on. And ain't nobody paid attention to that, but they ain't talked about it. Come on now, what bath salt? Remember when the people were running through shit? Bath salt, right? Come on, we have to pay attention. I'm not saying that you should pay attention to everything, because some things don't pertain to you. I get all that too, but I'm just saying you gotta pay attention. What movie they been pushing a lot? What movie? Genre of movie they been pushing a whole bunch, y'all. That zombie Z shit, right? Stuff. So if they pushing all that, believe me, and then what we come out with, this vaccine, right? Come on, stay woke, y'all. Listen, I'm not telling you the whatever. I'm just saying be conscious and being aware of what's going on around you and learning how to prepare for these things. That's why certain fruits and vegetables and sea mosses and things are necessary, because they give your body back those certain minerals that need to be in your body so that you can counteract what's going on. Because the whole reason me bringing up the G's and then the dimensions, that was kind of the purpose of this awakening. Remember, I told everybody it was a spiritual awakening. And a lot of all the chosen people kind of like waking up. Everybody who is spiritual got some kind of connection is waking up and honing in to whatever their position is. Because everybody got positions. Everybody honing in, right? because it's unlocking. We tapped in. See, I was telling somebody today, like when we was kids, right? We used to watch cartoons, and a lot of cartoons had grown stuff in them cartoons, but we didn't understand that back in the day. Why? Because our mind won't privy to that information because we didn't have that recall, we didn't have that experience, we didn't have that knowledge, we didn't have that pull from. We didn't have none of that. None of that. Hey, Maya, see what's going on. So we couldn't dig into that space, but as we grew into adults, we were like, oh shoot, Pepe Le Pew was a pedophile. He was like a little rapist. Oh, Tom and Jerry, they were really trying to kill each other, or whatever little innuendos was going on. We understand them now, but we couldn't understand them then. Bringing that back to what I'm saying with the 5G, we couldn't understand or even tap in to certain things to even understand what G we was in, where we at, was what dimension we were in, what we were focusing on, what they were doing, because we weren't privy to that information. But it kind of backfired on them, this social media thing. See, they weren't expecting it for it to be a lot of light sound minds that were gonna come up and rise up and talk about a lot of different things. They didn't think that, and then when they did, if you notice, they start killing them off one by one. That's why the people, when they do come out and they talk about certain things, they have to leave and they have to transfer, they have to move to other countries or whatever the case may be for their own safety. But it's real things going on, and you don't have to try to bombard your mind too far out there with certain concepts that you can't grasp, because it's levels to everything, and I'm cool with that. But I'm just saying, be aware that certain things that we be, when you understand this, you won't worry about some things, is all I'm saying. Some things won't bother you, some things won't make you feel so. You'll understand there's bigger stuff out here. It's bigger stuff out here, and it'll change your perspective a little bit, because there's real stuff out here going on, again, outside of our control. Outside of our control. And I'm mad I don't have all my little facts to back up all my stuff that I'm saying, because I had wrote a lot of stuff. But I still had to talk about what I could get from my brain, because it was on my mind. Because I really wanted to just drop some stuff on y'all, like download some things on y'all. Because it's a lot going on, and it's really a time of seriousness. But it's a time of joy as well, you know? Because if you feel connected to rise up, excuse me, then you are special. And you should feel special. And you should honor yourself with that specialty, not being boastful or prideful, no. But like, again, understanding that worth, understanding that posture and that authority and that power that you have, and using it for good, not for bad. Because let's understand, power dwells on both sides. Again, that duality. So, using that power for good. So, I just charge everybody to use your powers for good, because we all have them. We are celestial. We are made of the same thing as the stars and the earth. We are all intertwined. People say a lot of things, but they don't fully conceptualize what they are saying or what they are quoting and using as mantras. Because everybody talks about energies and vibes, but do you really know what they are? And do you really understand their purpose and how they work? And what they do. What is the true function? Because if we really understood that, a lot of us would move totally different. I know I have started to move different. You gotta move different. You gotta move different. You definitely gotta move different. But I am about to digress, guys. I also want to say, don't forget to come out this weekend right over here in Hampton, Mill Point Park, to the the West Indies Festival, Afro Punk Theme 2022, sponsored by Looney Butts. Yes, ran, hosted, collaborated, put together. Yes, presented by Looney Butts. It's gonna be super dope. I'm gonna be out there vending my abstract art. It's gonna be so many dope vendors, even more than before. So make sure you guys tap into that. Get your tickets off Eventbrite. Make sure y'all guys come out and say hey to me. Listen to some music, vibe out. It's gonna be music. It's gonna be food. It's gonna be drinks. It's just gonna be a great little time. I think it's gonna be like a 360 photo booth thing out there. It's gonna be all kind of stuff out there, and I'm gonna be out there too with all my vibes. with all my vibes and everything. And CJ gonna be out there too. We're gonna be out there vibing out. Make sure you guys do definitely come out there and enjoy with us. On April the 20th, my church is doing a book bag give back with food, refreshments. So make sure you guys come out there. That's gonna be in Portsmouth, Virginia, 2308 Randolph Street, 2308 Randolph Street in Portsmouth, Virginia. That's First Corinthians Baptist Church on April the 20th. What else? Make sure you tap in and tune in next week. I have a great treat. Mr. Eric James is gonna be here. Super dope. Touch your hands, or touch your life. I'm messing it up, but he gonna be here. Sorry, Mr. Eric. I apologize. But yeah, he's super dope. He gonna be here next week. The rest of the month is gonna be men. That's gonna be dope. So y'all get the all the men. Make sure y'all tap in. Y'all get y'all male's perspective. Cause I've only had men sporadically here lately. But I had to get some women up here because I started off real heavy with you guys, all men. So I had to get some women up here. But you guys will be back in the building. Men will be in here strong. What else do I want to leave on you guys? I think that's it for announcements. Oh yeah, Friday. Make sure you guys come out to Sweet Royale. I'm gonna be in there chefing it up, catering the event. She it's gonna be a comedy show. They be real dope artists, real dope. I had a ball last time. I had a ball. So y'all make sure y'all come out there and enjoy yourselves. If I have any other events coming up before, I'll probably do a cup of tea or something. I hope you guys stay safe out there in this weather. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I have enjoyed my time with you. Man, just embrace this newness, man. Allow yourself the change. Allow yourself the new. Start taking yourself seriously because you are definitely worth it. And I think that's about it, guys. I love you so much. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay sucker free. Because y'all could have been anywhere in the world. But you decided to be here with me, your girl T. And you know that means so very much to me. Y'all stay blessed. Okay, do it.
We out. Powered by Virginia Radio.